What is up, everybody? We are going to get started momentarily. I'll describe the basis of today's show. What happened here? I got an error on my streaming software. It says vMix error. Stream has disconnected. Let me know. Are you still seeing me live? Say yes. I think maybe it was talking about something else, a different stream or something. Oh man. I know there's a little bit of a delay in the chat. Are you still able to hear me and see me? Okay, good. All right, I'll just leave that error there. I'm not even going to touch it. Awesome. All right, everybody. So today, the basis of today's stream is going to be, I'm going to pick out one winner from those who have submitted their designs for review. As you can see, 15 minutes ago, I opened up the channel. All these people have submitted so far. I'm sure more will. And I'm going to choose one person's design and just redesign it. Refactor it here live while the stream is going on. All right, so I've already looked at a few of them. I have one that I want to do. I'll take a look at a few more. In fact, I'll just start doing that now, just to see if there's anything else that I think I might want to do. So I looked at all these. I haven't seen this one, so let's click on that. Oh, and this site can't be reached. We're starting off good, huh? All right. Well, that's cool. Check this out. Ooh, so we got like a video. All right, something tells me I'm not going to be redesigning this one. It's like a game of some sort. Did you really do this? If so, that looks pretty freaking cool. Portfolio website. Check that out. Is learning SaaS worth it? Yes, I would say it still is. This one could be definitely improved. But I still kind of want to do the other one, which I'll show you guys in a second. We'll check. New morphism, log in. Yeah, I'm gonna say you probably went too heavy on the new morphism. It's just a little bit much here. I mean, maybe it's fine for the outside container, but you don't want to overuse that effect. It's just, there's just too much happening with it. Very sparingly, you need to use the new morphisms and the glass morphisms and whatever morphism else is out there. By the way, I slept like crap last night. I did not get enough sleep, so I don't know if I'm going to be on my A game. I'm going to try. All right. I'm just going to pick out a winner here. Soulmane or whatever. I know you were first. As I said, I looked at all these already before the stream began. I looked at yours, and you know what? I already reviewed your design, so I don't know why you're resubmitting it. I already talked about this design in length, I believe, last stream, so I don't know what you're getting all salty about. All right, so the one I want to redesign for this stream is right here from the wait, no, it's not, sorry, you got all excited. From Black Storm here. It's a Figma prototype. But you know what? I'm not using Figma today. I'm going to be using Adobe XD. Why? Because they just released a big update where you can use Lottie animations and video and play them in your prototype. And so I kind of wanted to play around with that. So this is the one that we're going to be redesigning right here. All right. There's a number of things that need to be fixed, and I'm going to really revamp it. I have some cool ideas. We'll see if they pan out. And this is the thing. When it comes to design in general, just designing a site from scratch or redesigning one, you have to be patient with me because the process can be not as refined as you see on a typical live stream or a tutorial where we already know what the design is. So I might have to refactor and scrap designs and stuff like that. But we have an hour. I do have a meeting. There's no way I can go over an hour here. So let's get rocking. So I think what I'll do is we're going to focus on this page, and possibly, if we have time, do the projects page as well. I'll just leave this up. I'm going to screenshot this. Then we're going to open up the newly updated Adobe XD. So they just had their Adobe Max event or whatever. And let's see here. I already have stuff open here. All right, so let me delete that, go back. Let me get you guys over here. There we go. Awesome. Okay. There's something happening strange. Let me just go to a file new. There we go. We'll start with a new blank slate here. Close that out. Don't save. All right. Awesome stuff. So now I'm going to paste this just as a reference. And let's get rocking. So part of their update, which I'm thinking I'm going to do an actual video for this tomorrow, is you can now embed video. And it will play, and it gives you a bunch of options. And you can also embed Lottie animations that are interactive. Maybe we'll try to integrate the Lottie as well, but I definitely want to do video, like perhaps a portion on the landing page that has something that has to do with space, because I want to try to stick with the theme here. Obviously, this is just a simple illustration. But I want to stick with the theme of space and also the color scheme, at least. So, well, maybe the color scheme. It'll be dark at least. This is just throwing out different ideas, of course. So let's get started with that. What I'll do just to begin is I'm going to create a rectangle here. Hello, Yash. There is your shout out. All right, so let's see here. By the way, there's no design reviews today, so don't even bother submitting in that channel. We'll do that next week. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to spam you all. Definitely, if you haven't yet, go to DesignCourse.com, enter, oh no, not the admin. I hate how Google or Chrome just fills that out automatically. Go here, enter your email, because in 67 days, January 4th, it's going to be launching, UI, UX. We already have a bunch of members from the pre-launch. It is going very well. Excited for that. Okay. So what we'll do now is we're going to go to a website where you can get free to use videos called Pexels. Video. So pexels.com/videos. All right, please stop doing that. I have to put you in a timeout. I'm sorry, man. All right. So we're going to type in space. And we had all these space videos that we can use. And you know what's really cool about this resource at pexels.com is a lot of these videos are like, they're really good. They're like perfect for a video background of some sort, because they're all just kind of structured in that mindset. It's not like crappy, cheesy videos or whatever. They're all like pretty high quality looking, and apparently they're free. I think they are, at least. So we'll check one out. Check this one out. This might be kind of cool, although kind of high contrast. So there's some things we can do to reduce the contrast. Let's see if this at like a larger size. So this is 20 seconds long. That might be a little bit too much happening for a video background, but I mean, that's cool nonetheless. Let's check this one out. Now, does this have anything to do with space? I don't know, but I like it. It's pretty freaking cool. Maybe we'll save that as a potential idea. Maybe. We don't want, when it comes to video backgrounds, you do not want to use anything that has a lot of movement in it. You want something that's slow, subtle. Kind of just scrolling down here to see what we have. What is this one? See, I don't know if we want to go all out with the whole Earth thing. See, that gets too bright. I wouldn't want that, although we can cut it. So one of the things you can do with the Adobe XD new video tools is you can kind of trim the videos where you wish. You can repeat them. There's even like callbacks to where, like, if a video finishes, then do XYZ. So there's really cool stuff that they integrated. So I don't think I'm going to find too much of anything else. So we might use, let me go back up here. We might use, yeah, this is too fast. That's way too fast. Again, I think this is too much right here. Maybe I'll experiment with both. Let's just download this one and give it a shot. Again, this may not work out at all. I mean, it is what it is. So I'm going to do full HD, and we're going to download this. So say thanks to GAMOI. So now I could show this in my folder, which showed up on the other monitor. Thank God, so you don't see my other freaking downloads. Not that I'm downloading anything, you know. I just don't want you seeing what I download. I mean, whatever. Let's minimize that, and I'm going to drag this right there. Oh, that sucks. XD supports videos with a maximum file size of 15 megabytes. Well, let me see. Okay, or let me see how large that sucker is. It's 20. Maybe I'll just do the other lower version. So let's close that, do a download, and we'll just do HD and hope we get there. What is the case? It's 10. Well, good. It's going to work. So let's drag this on. Ooh, look at that. Now let's see what happens when we hit play. In fact, I don't think anything's going to happen. I think we have to double click into it. And notice it says play on tap. We want to play automatically. And we want it to also, let's make it loop. So loop playback, we're turning that option on. And here's where you can trim stuff. All right, let's go ahead and hit play. There we go. Isn't that cool? That is an Adobe XD prototype. All right, so now let's design for it. All right. Clearly, we don't have, you know what? I'm not sure if we can even do, we can apply blend modes onto video layers. Maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. Well, anyhow, let's just get started with recreating the basic elements. So this person does not have like a logo or anything. They just have a navigation. Typically on a landing page, I like putting your name as the logo. I think that's what we'll do. So we're just going to put John Doe. And by the way, the person, you know, who's watching this, if this is your design, you don't have to use my design. You probably want to use your own, but I'm just doing this as just a fun thing, and people can take from it what they wish. So I'm going to put first. Let's see here. Let's get up a grid real quick, and let's reduce the opacity to like. They should have a slider there. I don't want to have to manually enter the freaking values in. Well, let's get the call. Let's see here. Yeah, let's get that in. I want a good amount of white space. All right, and so we're going to start with the name, John Doe. We'll put it all one word, and then we're going to make it white. Gary, are you gonna do it? Are you going to use pop-ins again, like you do in almost every video? I don't know if we want to use pop-ins. You know, for this type of aesthetic, I kind of like, for the space aesthetic, I really like bold, condensed fonts. So maybe we're gonna use BBOS. Maybe we will. So let's bump that up a notch. Let's put this here. Might reduce the size of that actually. 49 is pretty big. John Doe. And then maybe we'll put, he has I know a home, projects, and contact. All right, so home. And I'm not going to properly get these all component, or like creating, I'm not going to create components out of all these and make them prototype-ish or whatever. We're just going to make this kind of just a basic preview. I don't have enough time. All right, so what do we want to do with these? These are what, 37? Those are quite large. We can go smaller, like 26. And see how they are. Oh, well, let's deselect that. There we go. All right, so now we're going to hide the grid. Look at that. It looks so snazzy, doesn't it? All right. AILERON. Let's check that one out. Is that one? I don't have that. Well, I'll check it out really quickly. Hopefully it's on Google Fonts. Font. Okay. It's a free font here. Look at the space corridor. We'll try it. We'll give that a shot. I'm going to notice that this is WinRAR, and guess what doesn't pop up? That nagging thing to buy it. Why? Because I'm like the only person in history in the last like probably 5 years who actually decided to buy a WinRAR license. I'm nice like that, I guess, because I used it for so many years. Okay. I'm gonna put font folder. I'm gonna drag these on, and then we're going to, oh shoot, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I'm going to right click. You don't see this right now. I'm just installing this. Installing fonts. I decided not to use Figma because I wanted to try out the new Adobe XD updates, which are awesome. Video playback, all that cool stuff. So I'm not sure if I have to restart the project. Well, let's save this. Live redesign. Let's close this out. And I'm going to close that as well. JVS wants me to use this font, so that's why I'm doing it. Okay. All right, right there. Checking chat latency. I thought somebody said check out Lunacy, because I guess Lunacy, which is another design tool, recently updated from Icons 8, I think. Okay, so what's it called? AIE? What? All right, Gary, what is the name of the font? It is called AIL. I'm an idiot. There it is. Okay. I don't know. It's not so condensed, in my opinion. I don't know about that. Well, let's see. Let's get a quick header on here and see what this looks like. What was his type? His headline type needed to be improved big time. Welcome to my page. Definitely. I'm sorry if you're the person who designed this, but it is one of the worst headlines I've ever heard in my entire life. You don't want to say that. You want to say something that's more relevant to the purpose of your page. So we're going to say something more like, well, crap, I don't even have something good to say that I can think off the top of my head. But let's do, oh, oops, what am I doing? I'm going to left click and drag out. We're going to choose designing. I'm trying to think here. What's a good headline I should use for a designer portfolio? Looking for a new angle. Okay, maybe I like that. And it's a question mark. Okay, so let's bold this thing up. Increase it. It is a nice font. It's kind of like a, it's a very simple font, like it's like a Helvetica almost. Like it's nice and clean. Let's stick with that. So let's change these. We're going to use that AIL, whatever it's called, and that's too large. We'll bold that up, but make it smaller. It is a nice clean font, I do have to say. All right. Maybe we'll pull in color from this video background here. By the way, if you're just tuning in, look at that. Now it's kind of large. It's kind of pixelated at a larger size, but it looks pretty cool. Look at that. Now I'm not going to necessarily use this. I may change a bunch of things up about it, but for now it's cool. So we got size 24. These need to be updated. Let's do like, okay. For now, I'm just keeping everything simple. Looking for a new angle, question. All right. So we definitely have kind of like a sci-fi thing happening here. Again, I wanted to stick with loosely within this play of being dark, also having the space sort of thing. This isn't necessarily space; it's abstract, but it's dark. I think it's really cool. So let's see what else we can do. All right, so what else did he have here? He had a subheadline. Here you will find MERN, React Native, SQL. For some reason, there's just like random commas that have spaces between them. Some don't have spaces. Related many projects with the code. Okay, so essentially this person is a web developer. All right, so typically you have your headline to emphasize the benefits. Usually it's a more abstract kind of ad copy, and then your subheadline gets into the nitty-gritty, of the specifics. So let's duplicate this. Let's get this tag off there. We're going to, how light does this get? This gets ultra light, thin. All right. Okay. So let's scale this down. Now we are going to run into a potential contrast issue right here. So we could do something like, oh, I'm kind of curious. I'm not sure about the properties here, but I'm wondering if we have the ability to change how this video fills the if we go to layers, look, we have rectangle 1. Now is that doing anything? Oh, okay, there we go. That's potentially one I wanted anyhow. So if I come back here and we grab this color, now we can solve that issue if we decide we don't want a completely full video background. So if I double click into here, then we can move things around. So I think that might be cool. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna play around with it. All right, so let's change this subheadline here. We're gonna put in, again, this person is, if you're just tuning in, we're redesigning a user submission here. It's this one right here, doing a massive redesign. We're going to, yeah, so here if I MERN, React Native, SQL. Okay, so let's, instead of putting all those specific technologies, just mention the fact that this person is a web developer. So services across a wide, this is too large, by the way. We're going to fix this up. The major stacks. There. So we offer web development services across all of the major stacks. I don't like stack for some reason. Tech stack, whatever. But we'll stick with it. So let's see what this looks like. I'm not sure if I want to condense these all. Maybe this is a little bit too... We could do this. We have options. The lighting is a little bit... I don't like it quite as much. We could also adjust the color. So we take the background color it's sitting on, bump that up, so we can kind of use that color scheme here. You know, I said I kind of wanted to stick with their color scheme, which is actually very similar to the DesignCourse.com colors used. Might even be the same. It looks like the exact same. Whatever. I'm wondering if we can use... If we could do this. Let's take a element on top. Let's hide this. And let's grab that color and see if we can do like a blend mode over the video. So we'll grab this, get that. We'll put this on top of that. And let's see if we can experiment with the blend mode to find something that might work and change the colors to our liking. So I'm just going down each one of these. Ooh, no, no. That's way too much. Overlay. Yeah. Let's see what this looks like if we hit play. It kind of brings in that color. I don't know though. I don't know if I like it. Overlay, soft light. Hard light will kill your eyeballs. I don't think any of these other... Ooh, hue. That's a potential one. Because, yeah. Well, let's see what that looks like. Well, let's first change this background color here to this. It's pretty green though, I have to admit. I kind of like the original color better. And by the way, this isn't like the final design. I'm going to be changing things up. I can't iterate that enough. So this compared to I really like just the original colors better. Maybe make this slightly darker. So that versus this, I mean, I'll be honest, I think this one's a much cooler looking. There's more variance in the color. Because we applied that, it turns it all the same color. Alright, so we'll stick with this one. I'm just gonna stick with this one. I know we're vastly just completely changing this up, but to the point at which it's like, you know, 100% different. But at least I'm still giving some design education here, so there's that. Now we have some questions. Do we want to push this all the way out? That gives us more room. I kind of like that better. It utilizes the space more so rather than just pushing it like this. That gives us a little bit more room for design here, depending on what we want to do eventually. So this sub headline, we have to think, you know, do I still want to keep it here angled down? Let's see. All right, kind of like that. Now for this type of design, it's kind of like sci-fi. I really like to have a really small elements, low contrast, sometimes high contrast borders, and just texture, if you will. Texture, like in the background. What that basically means is just you can define texture as just anything other than a solid color than like this. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get a primary color here for our logo. We're going to grab something here, but we need it to be brighter, so we're going to come up. Kind of like that. Do I like that? I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it at white. Give ourselves a lot of contrast. I like that better. Okay, never mind that. So we can do sort of interesting things with borders just to kind of structure the layout and, like I said, add texture. There's a lot of different things we can do. We could, actually I did this recently on a design for the course. Kind of added like a line here. Now of course these borders, you have to make sure you choose the right colors. This is gray. Gray on, like right here, that does not work well. So what you want to do is you want to take the background color that it's sitting on. So we're going to get this, and we will add some of that color, just a little bit. As you can see, I'm kind of like mid-tone right here. And we have a question we have to ask ourselves: do we want to have a high contrast border underlining, kind of defining this little menu area? And also, do we want it to end right here, which maybe we don't. Maybe we want it to overlap. Maybe it will go all the way. I don't know. See, these are all things that you want to experiment with. But do we want it to be high contrast or low contrast? So we can take down the opacity, experiment with that a bit. We could do this, which I don't know if I like that. We could do this. That's kind of interesting, possibly. I don't know, though. Let me think. Let me go back. Do we want to go all the way across here? Like that. So as you can see, there's many different ways that we can approach this. Maybe we could do it like this. Or altogether, maybe we'll do a vertical one that goes all the way down, move it into a proper place. Maybe it starts right there. So we're just kind of defining, making the layout a little bit more interesting. Maybe we'll have cards on top that start here and perhaps overlay on top of this video background. Again, if we hit play, we'll see that video. All right. So let's see here. What do I want to do? We need some sort of call to action, of course. Explore. I like that call to action. That's a cool call to action. That's one thing that the person did pretty well. Explore. That's a nice call to action. Let's get that on there. So let's duplicate that. Explore. All right. So let's come down. We'll change this size. What is this size? I don't want. Always be mindful of the size of your type in the different areas to see if they kind of compete with each other. We have 24 here with 41. This is 86. A nice solid call to action will work. Let's maybe get some color in here, or the color that it's sitting on. This actually does have color. So we could do a button like similar to this. And by the way, I think I might like the idea, if we're going to have this here, maybe low contrast, real low. Maybe we'll have little icons here, circular page, a navigation, or we'll put it over here. I don't know yet. So explore. Let's do a line. One of the things I like about Figma is they have that arrow tool. I don't think we have that here, so we're just going to make our own. We'll grab this color here, possibly make it 2 for the size. And let's use the triangle tool. I don't think that's what it's called technically, is it? It's called the, is that a polygon tool? Yeah, all right. Grab this. Now, sometimes when you're working with this, it might not center, so you have to scale things around. I think that's a good size right there. So we'll take those two and group it. Or you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to show you the new Lottie animation plugin. So I've already installed the plugin. Who's that? Oh, that's from Scrimba.com. I'm not sure if he knows I'm live, but he's the founder of Scrimba.com, and we have a meeting after this. Oh, turns out I'm live streaming now. I just gave you a shout out. I'll be done at 10:30. Okay. Now, Lottie, let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's take this, and we're going to use our Lottie Files plugin. Now, I'm already logged in, so when you create an account, or when you install this plugin, you have to create an account on their website, lottiefiles.com. It's free. You have to log in and verify, blah, blah, blah. And then you have access to the search panel for all the Lottie animations. So if I type in arrow, we have access to all these animations. But you can also go to, and there's pages, their actual website, I believe at lottiefiles.com, to where you can probably browse a little bit more efficiently in the browser. So lottiefiles.com, right arrow maybe, and there might be one that we like that has a unique, so that one's pretty cool right here. But some of them are, you have to be careful with animation of any sorts, these micro interactions, because some of them are just not good quality in my opinion. Something simple like this, you know, and we can make a possibly a hover effect for this. And also what you can do, obviously these colors won't work, but you can edit the layer colors. So the background here, oh, the background is transparent, I believe, or is it? Because I don't see anything. So we want to use this background color right here. So we'll take that, we'll go back to our Lottie editor, and we just paste that sucker in. There we go. All right, and then the color of the arrow, we want it to be this. We'll go back, change this color. Oh wait, what the hell happened? Oh, okay, I think that's where I had to change. What is happening? Update. Oh, okay. Why won't it let me paste in? Okay, there it goes. Update. Now, one final time, I need to change the damn background color again. And we'll go back here and change that. And then we'll download it. So export as a Lottie JSON. So I'm going to open this. That's showing up on my other monitor. And now we're going to create a little button, containerish sort of thing. And we're going to drag it in and see if it works. Now sometimes they don't work, I guess. Depending on the actual animation, it won't work. For this thing, let's move this down here temporarily. And we're going to move this one right here. Now we don't see it, unfortunately, because I believe it starts on a frame where there's nothing there. But we could still possibly work with this. I haven't really experimented at all with these Lottie animations, so hopefully I can achieve what I want to do. But if we select it, double click into it a couple times, we'll see it says play automatically. Here's the problem. I discovered there's an issue. It's a known issue. It's a limitation that if you have a video that's on the page that's play automatically, you can't also have a Lottie animation that's set to play automatically. It won't play. So interactive media, we can play on tap, or we can edit playback. I'm trying to think. Maybe we're just going to have to leave it on play on tap. So I think what we need to do is expand this layer so that it covers the button as well. So let's do that. I think. I don't know. Let's hit play. Oh, awesome. And it's not working. Perfect. All right, so mask group 2. I think maybe, I don't know what I did. Where are we at? This is going real smooth. Mask group 2. Oh, the Lottie animation's right there. We got to move it over. If this doesn't work, we're just going to not do this idea. Again, this says custom playback. We go back to prototype. It's on tap. So I guess it only is working in that context where, as you can see, I can't get this to make it tap or work. Maybe I can. I'm just not sure of I'm not sure of the settings yet and how to get that structured up. That is pretty cool though. That's a Lottie animation. Fairly certain you can't do that within Figma, right? Or can you? Let me know. I haven't messed with Lottie in Figma just yet. All right. All right. Let us see where the time is at, because we're not done obviously, but I need to be mindful of my time. How long have we been streaming? Oh, 42 minutes. All right. All right, so we have that. You know what? The whole Lottie animation, that was just for a demo. I'm going to get rid of that entire thing, and we're just going to bring back our own. Just to note that, you know, you can go update your Adobe XD, and it is now a possibility to integrate interactive Lottie animations. Okay, cool, Alan. Yeah, I just don't have enough time. I don't want to waste. I want to finish this. So we have an Explore button. I like that. Let's move this off temporarily. We may bring it back. Let's do perhaps, you know, this would be a sort of, what do you call? A vertical navigation, just for the fun of it. I kind of like doing these on these sort of like these interesting sci-fi-ish looking layouts. We're going to make this a little bit smaller. Maybe it would have smooth scroll, so when you scroll down with your hand or the mouse scroll wheel, it'll kind of snap to the next section, and this would be a position fixed nav element. So let's duplicate this. Maybe we'll put a border, or we can just take this and come up a little bit. Yeah, I like kind of getting most of the color out of it and structuring these correctly. And I think I'll use the primary color for this one. So we'll take this. All right, and then duplicate this. All right, and again, I'm not done yet. I want to do a few things here, a few more things. Now again, this is the original design. Obviously, I deviated quite a bit from it. But still, hopefully, you can see what the problem is with this. It's way too cluttered. There's not enough white space all around it. Given the size of the artboard or the layout itself, the frame, whatever you want to call it, just things are too large. And thus, you know, the clutter issues occur. So I do like the idea of the social media icons, which he has squished by accident, and they're not SVG, it looks like, originally. So let's go to our plugins I think one's called, yeah, icons for design. If I type in Facebook, all right, we will drag in a Facebook and we'll make it white, except we don't want it on that artboard. Get over here. All right, and then I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to do that for now. Was there a GitHub? Yes. Yeah, I don't like that idea because now we're mixing one that is rounded. So I'm going to go back and change that Facebook to a rounded one. Let's put this here, make it white. All right, so let's get the Facebook rounded version. There we go. Now, you know, given the size of this call to action here, these are sticking out. They're just a little bit too big, so we'll make them a little bit smaller. And do I want to put those there? No, I don't want to put those there. I might put those somewhere else. Those actually might be almost a little bit too small, but let's see if we put them right aligned where they should, over up here in the navigation itself. So we can just go right here. We do have a grid, which I can bring back. We'll get these two over here. Okay. Maybe center this, like right there. All right. What else do we want to do? There's a lot of other things. We have most of the major elements. I mean, we could do the concept of a an overlaid sort of cup, like 2 or 3 cards, possibly. It might clutter things up. Let's see. Let's just experiment. I may just not do this at all, but that's part of design. You got to experiment, scrap ideas. Oh, by the way, I have a big potential project I'm doing. It's very big. My first time announcing it. I bought a bunch of art supplies, like an easel with a 26-inch drawing art pad or whatever you want to call it. And I like it overlapping this, by the way. And I'm going to be attempting to design a full sleeve tattoo for myself. It's going to be nuts. All right. What do I want to do? What do I want to do with these potential cards? I don't like how I'm not going to keep them white. What could they be? Perhaps they can be 2 recent projects, because this is a developer portfolio sort of thing. We can make them smaller and possibly get 3. I don't really like that. We could do this instead, make it maybe a little bit longer. All right, so we could take this. Now here's where it's tricky. Trying to get these, figuring out a color for these could be real difficult. Like if I try to make this black, that doesn't look good. What we could do is not give it a fill at all and give it a border. And the border color has to be chosen very carefully. So we'll bring these up. Maybe give it a border radius. Where's the corners? There we go. Do we like that? I don't know about that. You know, what could actually work well is filling them with an image. So, for instance, I'll take these get rid of that, and let's go to Unsplash plugin. Where's that at? Oh, I don't have, it's called Photo Splash. Okay, I have to select something first. Photo Splash. Now this could be, ideally this could be like a unique thumbnail for a project, perhaps shown like in a perspective view. I don't know if I would put space pictures here. I mean, I could type web design and see what happens. I mean, there might actually be some sort of cool photograph that I could use. What time is it? 10:20. I can do this for another 10 minutes, so we need to work quick. Let's see what some of these look like. I can't move this around. I cannot drag this window. That's horrible. What's happening? I think because maybe it didn't okay, it didn't have a fill. See, I don't like that, really. Yeah, I don't like that. And I don't like this plugin either. You shouldn't have to hit apply and then it just kind of vanishes. That's bad. I may opt to just not include this part. But this is to show you how you can kind of overlap photo-based thumbnails. You could even do something like this. Have a project title like we can do this, make this white, like this is a project of some sort. SpaceX dev. Let's duplicate this. Perhaps we can go down to like 20 and make it regular, and then just put in back-end development for the world's premier space agency. I don't know. As you can see, there's not enough what we call contrast. Did I hit enter on that? What the hell? There we go. So the problem with this is lack of white space or contrast. So we can solve that in a few different ways. What's nice about Figma is we can add multiple fills and stuff, but we can do this. We can duplicate it, go back to here. Wait, what am I doing? There we, okay. Change this to black, and then just darken it, or apply a gradient. So this is all a potential possibility. I'm not sure if I like this really. I'm running out of time. Normally I put like a call to action there of some sort. And again, let's see what this looks like. I wouldn't mix these two and make one outline like that, but I kind of like that one on the right. Where'd the type go? You guys see that? The type has disappeared. Come on, XD. I don't understand why it's doing that. What the hell? I'm gonna group them up and maybe just bring them to front. I mean, bring the front. They already are in the front. There we go. That's actually kind of cool. I kind of like that. Kind of just getting different look here. Yes, I tilt my head. And let's see how much time we have left here. It's 10:24. We have 6 minutes. Let's close this out. Let's delete that one. I'm going to put these suckers next to each other right now. I wonder, it might be cool to do something like this. I can take something like that. I'm just going to experiment with the little time I have left. For the most part, it's done. We'll take a linear gradient. We're going to move this one here, this one around here. It may look stupid, but we'll see. We're going to take the white color stop, make that this color, and then take this one, probably make it the same color. Don't want that one, but we're going to take the opacity all the way down, and then we are going to position it correctly. And what I'm trying to do is fade this line more. So if I toggle the visibility of that, see how that's going up like that? I kind of wanted to fade it, possibly. It did allow me to do that. And then maybe we could take this line, this very low contrast border. What the hell happened? Oh yeah, there it is. Put it right there. Can we fade that, I wonder? Can we give that a, no, darn. You can't give a gradient to a stroke here in Adobe XD, but that would be kind of cool. Yeah, I don't like that. I do kind of like having it faded like that though. Kind of makes it more interesting. So let's hit play. And of course we can have other subtle things. You know, there's a lot of ways to play with this layout. I probably wouldn't do this idea, but I'm going to experiment anyhow. We could take kind of like a panel here. We could get rid of that stupid stroke that Adobe XD insists on adding on every freaking element you add. I have a hard time kind of choosing a color I like here. Put this here to the bottom. Get this centered up. You could do something like that if you wanted to, or keep it open-ended like that. I personally like it without it. But yeah, I think that's a good place to call it quits. I like it. Oh, I don't like how that dev is sitting right next to that spot. Right next to this, like you want to avoid this situation right here where words end right where, you know, lines begin. You can move it over. There we go. What do y'all think? I think it's pretty cool. I think it's definitely an improvement over the previous one. But yeah, it would be really cool to see this prototyped with Lottie animations and all that. But this is what we created in a span of about less than an hour, actually. How would I make it responsive? Probably at a tablet size, take this video background, expand it all the way, 100%, or phone for sure, and then put this type on top of it, collapse these obviously on top of each other, these two cards underneath this. So it'd be fairly simple and straightforward. All right, awesome. I have a meeting with Scrimba.com people, and as always, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Obviously, you probably all are, but more importantly, go to DesignCourse.com, enter Did it again. It's my admin section. Don't be trying to hack it. Enter your email to be notified when it releases in 67 days, January 4th of 2022. All right, everybody. I will see you all later. And yeah, we'll do this again in about a week. All right, goodbye.